Is your senior dog declining faster than you'd like? If only there were a fountain of youth to keep them happy, healthy, and with us much longer. Hi, I'm Paula. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 tips to keep your dog happy and healthy, even in their golden years. Here we give you the tools and the skills to have a well-mannered dog, all while building the connection you both deserve. I want to thank Pawmedica for sponsoring this video. I'll tell you more about them a little bit later. One of the easiest things you can do to keep your senior dog happy and healthy is exploration walks. Now, an exploration walk is a really easy walk. It actually doesn't take much energy from either of you. All you're going to need is a well-fit harness and a long leash, not a flexi lead, just a long, maybe 20-30 foot line that you can let them just go out and explore your front yard, a park. Just let them go at their own pace. They might be happy and peppy and running around, or they might be slow or sniffing. You can even sprinkle a few treats in an area that you deem safe and let them go snuffling through the nature at the park or in a yard. This topic is really near and dear to my heart. We've had senior dogs and we currently have 2 senior dogs. We have our dog Molly, who is 16 years old, and our dog Curly, who just turned 14 years old. And they'll be featured here in the video so you can see what they like to do. Another thing that senior dogs may enjoy doing is mental games. So keeping your dog enriched by doing puzzles. This could be snuffle mats, this could be a Kong wobbler, it could be lots of really complicated puzzles. There's so many on the market. I actually put a huge list of them down in the description because there's so many, and you can even make some of your own. I'll also include a link to a fabulous Facebook group called Canine Enrichment. Allowing your dog to use these puzzles for mealtime or just for fun gives them a way to use their mind and sometimes their body, depending on the puzzle. They have to figure out how to get into those little crevices and how to find those goodies. When you think about our senior dogs, their mind is a very important thing to keep active. Just like us, it helps them stay cognitively or keep their brain sharp. We often think of a stuffed Kong, stuffed with goodies and maybe even frozen, as something we give our teething puppies. But Kong is also designed for our senior dogs. They actually make a special Kong that's purple that's a little bit softer. Now our dog Molly, she loves her Kong. She likes them frozen, she likes to get the goodies out, she gets really excited. And Curly, he gets a big dark black Kong because it's strong for his strong mouth, and he loves getting the goodies out of there as well. There are so many different things you can put in here. Right now I'm putting kibble at the bottom, and then I'm putting wet food on top, and then I freeze it for at least 2 hours. This can also be very soothing to their gums, as well as great for a hot day. This is also considered mental enrichment because they're having to figure out how to get the goodies outside of the Kong. It's also stress relieving because they're using their jaw and their tongue, and that can alleviate any additional stress that they have. Another way we can help our senior dogs stay youthful is by at-home fitness. Now, I highly recommend you get a hold of your veterinarian or a dog physical therapist, and yes, those exist, and find out what's appropriate for your dog. It's never good to start a fitness plan for ourselves or for the dogs without consulting a professional. Now, I have a lot of fitness equipment here at my home and at our training facility. And I like to do this at home with my dogs because it's simple. It doesn't matter what the weather or time of day is like. I can just get out some equipment and work with my dogs. This can be as simple as setting out some cavalettis, or you might just set out your brooms or some poles and let your dogs walk back and forth. This helps your dog with proprioception, which is a big fancy word that means knowing where your body is in space. And dogs who know where their body is in space tend to be more confident and tend to be less klutzy, if you know what I'm talking about. I also use different balancing things. You could use a pillow, or you could use fun objects like I have here that you can get your dog to build their core and build muscles. Again, I highly recommend that you talk to a professional who's skilled about dog fitness before you start anything specific. But keeping everything low and easy can be a great way to start. Even just walking around your house is a great way to keep your senior dog physically fit and keep their joints moving. Speaking of joints, several years ago I went to a veterinary conference and I learned, and I wish I had learned this much sooner, that our dog's joints need to keep lubricated throughout their life. And the earlier we can start joint support, the better. Because we don't get that joint tissue back, so if our dogs are already seniors and they haven't been on joint support, that can cause a lot of friction. And it's good to go ahead and start them on something, but we've missed that opportunity to keep that tissue nice and fluid. This is why we accepted the request of Pawmedica to try out their supplements for joint support. Now, I want to preface this, we will never accept a sponsor here on the channel that we don't actually like ourselves, or in this case, we asked the dogs to test their product. There were key factors in deciding if our terriers thought that this product was worthy of being a sponsor. And our dogs came up with a list. They wanted to make sure it tasted good, they wanted to make sure it was nice and chewy, and it had to be very easy to consume. Now, all 4 of our dogs, from young to our seniors, actually really liked the product, which is super cool because that means that everybody can have it. It does take 4 to 6 weeks to see any changes in your dogs, so we're not reporting on the changes in our dogs, we're just reporting on what the dogs thought of the product. Now, for me as a dog mom, what's important to me is obviously that it's cost effective and it actually does what it says it's gonna do. And we're gonna keep trying it with Curly, our 14-year-old dog. He loves getting his supplements and seeing how he does on this, and we can report more later. If you don't have your dog on a joint supplement, talk to your vet about it. Check out Pawmedica's products and see what's a good fit for you. I posted links down below to their information so you can do your own research. Another fabulous thing for all dogs, but really for our senior dogs, is any kind of scent work. So dog sniffing actually releases good endorphins, which calms their brain and makes them happy. It's kind of like us walking into the mall and smelling Mrs. Fields cookies. Can you taste it? Can you smell it? That's what it's like for our dogs if they're doing scent work. And scent work can be just hiding little bits of treats or kibble around your house, one dog at a time, so there's no friction between the dogs or any resource guarding. Or you can get really fancy and work up into competition level where your dog is searching for an essential oil. Either way, your dog is gonna have fun doing it because they love using their nose. It might take them a little while to get started if it's new to them, but this is something any age dog can do, and especially our seniors because it's low impact and it allows them to move at their own pace to find the goodie. While I love all stages of life with dogs, senior dogs are extra special to me. You know, they've been with us for many years. Curly we raised since he was 3 months old, and we got Molly when she was 1. They're really special, and our time is limited with them. And I want to make sure that they have a fabulous senior life, that they can do things and go with me and learn new things until they can't. And I want to thank Pawmedica for being a part of this video because I know that they want your dog to keep moving throughout their life smoothly and happily. Now, if you want to learn how to give your dog stuffed Kongs, whether they're seniors or not, check out the video over here talking about an easy Kong you can make for your dog.